Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I live it ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go missing? Her she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it.
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. Khalif Raymond now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Tannehill. And this was complete to Smith. Touchdown, Titans.
Tannehill's pass complete to
Jonnu Smith, 39 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
extra point.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cardinals coming out led by Kyler Murray, the offensive rookie of the year a season ago, and back for more here in year number 2.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced, and when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10-1 with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated this team and has them on a really good upward trajectory.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
A gain of 2.
On 2nd down now. It's Drake.
36-yard line.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. 27 yards there, a 1st down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
The Titans' 36-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. You know, this defense, they've got to be saying, I thought we were done having to cover DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins spent the last 7 years with AFC South rivals, the Houston Texans, before his trade to Arizona in the offseason. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 96 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Offense coming back out here for the 2-0 Arizona Cardinals. And Kyler Murray, what a start to the season he has had for this crew. He's becoming very comfortable in his 2nd year, showing the league his tremendous abilities both through the air and on the ground. He's got plenty of help downfield as well. The comfort level we're seeing between he and DeAndre Hopkins is really something, CD.
It really is, and this is exactly why they got DeAndre Hopkins, to truly be that #1 target and grow a young quarterback. And Kyler Murray's taking full advantage of that. But not only is DeAndre Hopkins there, remember, Larry Fitzgerald's been there from the beginning. And now he's one of 4 receivers over the age of 36 to have a game with 7 or more catches. The others, Steve Smith Sr., Tim Brown, and Jerry Rice. That's really great company to be in. Now they get to host Detroit, who's 0-2, and then they visit Carolina, who's 0-2. We shouldn't play this game, partner, but they're not 4-0 at the end of the first 4 weeks of the season. I'll be surprised.
I'm with you. You can't help but play that game, and what a start it would be to the season if they could get to that point. A lot of buzz around the Cards right now. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Shotgun now for Murray.
At the 38-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him to football.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Murray to air it out again. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Cardinals, first down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run toss to the right with Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Murray rolling to his left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
For Arizona.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meetings.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. First down, Murray. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does It's just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Taken down at the 19.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. He gets it to Humphreys. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep in.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward. The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete.
Stars born, baby.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched.
game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately I've been scheming. Against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts of the favors.
Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Wilson.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward. A gain of 6 yards.
On third down, here's Kamara.
Down.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A gain of 5. First down, Saints.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now second and 11 from the 32. Now a toss. Kamara left side. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Third on a second and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. First carry for Nick Chubb. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Mario Davis.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and
the line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Pass intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
Right at midfield.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Complete.
11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
It's a gain of
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But you can cover Michael Thomas however you want to. Guys in the short zone, deep zone, mid zones, 2, 3, 4 defenders. He finds a way to get open. 149 catches in 2019, a new NFL record for receiving. Any route you want him to run, he can do it, and he finds his way open.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there. Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Room here to run. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
By the Saints.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 31, Breeze. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That catch good for only a couple. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Complete to Michael Thomas.
A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland coming out here for their next drive offensively. And, Charles, this is a crew you saw week 1 when they were dismantled by Baltimore 38-6. They bounced back week 2. Beat Cincinnati 35-30. First win in the head coaching career of Kevin Stefanski. So what do you make right now, CD, of this Cleveland Browns team?
That was more like it. Game ball to Kevin Stefanski, his first win as an NFL head coach. But what I mean by more like it, you saw what Kevin Stefanski and his staff was trying to implement during that 6 weeks that they could actually practice prior to the season. You saw Baker Mayfield get out on the move and make some nice passes in open field, and they got him comfortable. And he seemed to be more the Baker Mayfield we saw as a rookie, playing with a lot of confidence. And you and I both know he was going up against last year's Heisman Trophy winner and the #1 pick in the draft. and that gave him that edge that he likes to use when he plays against teams. And then they ran the heck out of the football. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, both of them were absolutely terrific, and the defense put a lot of pressure on Joe Burrow when he was trying to throw it 61 times.
And now, CD, they come home for Washington, so a good chance to bounce back to above 500 at 2-1. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2000.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Harris returning. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
For Jared Cook. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Come on, man. Set the tone. You better do something.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play.
Browns, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
Demario Davis makes the tackle. He led the Saints in that category in 2019. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
There's Jarvis Landry with a nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed, his rookie year. And he is durable.
Jarvis Landry, the 20. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll give it to Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They run it again with Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming.
3rd down.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is...
This is Stringbean music.
Hey yo,
Yeah.
Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them all on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them all on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new wristwatch, but it don't take time. I pull up on a hop if it talks too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them all on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
We'll see Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the Green Bay Packers taking on another team that hails from the NFC, the New Orleans Saints.
To kick off for New Orleans.
All the talk, all the hype, but the pastest prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Urban on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
And it's third down.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott. The All-Pro Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, I fooled him with the inside run.
Brings up
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Leaves this one with Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. Tyler Irvin back deep. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. On the return is Irvin. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now this offense ready to head back out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit. On
2nd down, here's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That's the end of all that hitting and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brings up 3rd and
from the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Touchdown, Packers. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now a 7-0 game.
For Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24.
The New Orleans Saints coming back out here on offense, and they are 1-1 on the young season. They had the good win in the opener against Tampa Bay. Stumbled on Monday night, though, in Week 2 without Michael Thomas falling to the Raiders in the opening of their new stadium. And now they could be in danger of falling to 1-2 as they get a very tough Sunday night matchup with the 2-0 Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And he finds Cook. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's got Smith here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. He He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard.
Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was taken down at the 22-yard
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55.
2nd and 6.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
That's good.
As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. That's complete right around the 8. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
For Alan Lazard. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42.
Breeze now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
20-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
That's another.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Breeze. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it with Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one.
Short of the I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's caught here by Adams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Jones.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Rodgers pass.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, and you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over first and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive first and 10. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard.
So Breeze and the Saints down 17-14. A minute 54 on the clock. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on first down. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To throw is Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Breeze's throw going to be caught by Sanders.
Breeze pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Breeze again. And his throw here is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. Breeze to throw again. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. Marcus Williams on the coverage.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss, I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck, I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up, looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm out the chain, I'm out the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming. Against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go.
You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get...
Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, what a run they've had in Houston. It's a team that seemingly has been knocking on the door the last decade or so, winning division title after division title. But this year, it finally clicked, and here they are as AFC champs.
And I think it's fitting that you talked about knocking on the door, because you remember in the 70s, they talked about knocking on the door, and finally they said they were going to kick that door down and get to the Super Bowl, and they never did. And this city, they're used to hosting Super Bowls. They've had 3 of them in the past, but neither the Oilers nor the Texans ever got there before. This is an exciting time for their fan base.
Meanwhile, the Minnesota Vikings are back in the big game for the 5th time in franchise history. But we all know one thing has eluded them all these years.
And that's an actual Super Bowl victory, partner. They're 0-4 in their previous visits. Super Bowls 4, 8, 9, and 11. And boy, they had some great teams too, didn't they? Bud Grant was their head coach. Fran Tarkenton, a quarterback. Alan Page and the Purple People Eaters on defense. They were all Hall of Famers. And don't forget Paul Krause. He's a very proud member of that great secondary they had. So we're going back more than 40 years since their last visit. You think the state of Minnesota is excited about this one? I know they are. They're ready to get this one going.
for Houston.
All the talk, all the hype, but the fastest prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Third and long for Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Cousins pass.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on second is Watson. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
1st and goal at the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the extra.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Vikings nothing.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
4-yard gain.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game.
And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Justin Reed. Touchdown, Texans.
What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic. Willie Brown. Slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Minnesota Vikings, they're going to get the ball again here, but they are a team right now that has a lot of questions. 2 tough opponents to start the year, we'll give them that, but it's an 0-2 start. Their first since 2013, 28-11. They fall to Indy in week 2. Indy really dominated them, and Kirk Cousins, Charles, he had an afternoon to forget. 113 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So, yeah, this team, they've been a good one the last few years. Are they looking at a potential downturn?
Well, if they continue on the track they are, yes. To me, the urgency is ramped up to where this week is that huge. They get back home facing a 2-0 Tennessee that's going to run the heck out of the ball with Derrick Henry. So that defense that they have so much pride in is really going to have a big week. And Kirk Cousins, one thing about him, he's been resilient throughout his career. After a clunker, he tends to come back and play well, and they desperately need that Kirk Cousins in this ballgame.
From the 22, Cousins. Going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
33-yard line.
Here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quick. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Cousins on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. 20, 10. Is that it? Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 56 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10. At their own.
A chance here, Charles, to talk about the Houston Texans before this next drive. They were handed no favors when the schedule came out this year. Kansas City and Baltimore the first 2 weeks, maybe the 2 best teams in football. And the Texans indeed lost in KC in the Thursday opener, then fell 33-16 at home to Baltimore. So is this just, hey, that's a bad start because of who you played, or is there a reason for concern with these Houston Texans?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you're exactly right. The schedule, brutal to begin with. And look, they go to Pittsburgh this week, then they're home against Minnesota and Jacksonville. So we know what the schedule has in front of them. Not much that's easy, but let's face it, schedule's one thing. The other part is just the retooling of this team. Remember, they traded away DeAndre Hopkins. This is an offense that's still trying to find itself without their go-to receiver. If somehow they can get that figured out and start to gel, I think it's still a team that can make a run in their division because some of these games are losing early. They might be able to make back against their divisional foes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. He'll buy some time right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw again on second down. Watson, he's letting it fly for Cooks.
Watson's pass.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's third down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line.
He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. So it's halftime here So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some room to work. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, 38 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Extra point.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Cook, the ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The 47-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Cousins on 4th down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
At the 41-yard line.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
From the 39, Cousins looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Short of the goal line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line,